So the next speaker I'm going to bring up, he's just really, really mastered this, and I'm so excited. You know, he's one of those stories that was, I think he's been, and he can correct me if I'm wrong on some of the numbers, but I believe he's been here 12, 13 months. And in those 12, 13 months, just watched him just grow and change and become a leader, and just as already was an amazing person, but just heightened every aspect of his life, and has really taken this concept up and applied it to his business. And in the last 4 weeks, when Ruby, and then not only did he go Ruby, he decided he was just going to go Emerald in another week. Woo! So, hands together for Emerald.
I'm going to test my leadership ability up here. I have some information that you guys need to hear, and I'm going to share it with you right now. Just so we're not complete strangers, my name's Wilhelm. I'm from southeastern Minnesota, from a town no one knows about, but it's called Preston. Woo! And it all started with my migraines when I was younger, about first grade. So from first grade to senior year, I missed well over 300 days of school. So I had a classmate who thought enough of me to share something with me, or like tell me that I need to look at something. And knowing, having migraines my whole life and going to Mayo Clinic, one of the best hospitals in the world, I did not think that the Limitless was going to help me with my migraines. But what I did want was to tone up and have more energy and less stress. It just made sense. There was a guarantee behind it, so I just gave it a try. 4 weeks on the products, I had no more migraines. I've been migraine free for now 9 to 10 months. Some of us here, we strived in high school and strived in college, but to be honest, there's no way that I would have passed high school. So if high school was a struggle for me, maybe there was other areas, but like as far as there's people in this room who can get a job that I could not get. So network marketing was my only way to succeed, and I was going to make it happen with or without anybody. Right out of high school, I had a child who had special needs, and I was a stay-at-home dad for 2.5 years when we finally got him into a Minnesota Autism Center full-time. So I was dealing with that, and when I had to get a job, be away from my son, working minimum wage at a gas station. I worked my way up there too. I ended up being assistant manager, was about to move up management. I would have probably ended up being a general manager in probably, I don't know, probably 2 years from today. But my direction I'm going now, I don't think I'm going to be too worried about that. I told Trey Brent that I'm not looking to get a job at a gas station, obviously. I'm looking to own one. To be honest, there's no way that I don't even think I can get hired, because when I quit, they were pretty heartbroken. They actually wrote it down as I got fired, so wouldn't be able to get a job there, but I'll own one instead. But I'm up here to give you information that is stand up if you are here as a 2K in this room, but you're by yourself and you have no team members with you. That's awesome. Yeah,
Yes.
When I was in Florida, guess who was here by himself? That was me. I was here by myself. Now I have, stand up if you're on my team. Woo! So this is what I'm going to talk about today is keeping your calendar full and staying focused. Does it make sense that I wouldn't have this many team members here if I wouldn't have kept my calendar full and stayed focused? So I think they picked me for this category because I did that. Having no credibility, I have all the excuses why I should not have succeeded. But does it make sense that I made a decision I was going to do this, with or without anybody? I didn't need to have Nathan France or Bill Fishbacher calling me and telling me, why aren't you going to do this? I motivated myself. I stayed focused. And I got the job done just like anyone here can do. Anyone. So what does a full calendar look like? What do you think a full calendar looks like? You can pretty much just look at Bill Fishbacher's calendar, copy paste it onto yours. You're going to be Blue Diamond Ambassador really fast, like him. So for me, it all starts with how many phone calls you're going to make, like Eric Nockley talked about. How many phone calls does it take? All of them. How many appointments? You need a minimum of 5 one-on-ones or 2-on-ones a week. Minimum. That's what we talk about as an elite leaders. We have those amount of 1-on-ones or 2-on-ones. And then you lead that into a minimum of 2 social proof nights a week. Minimum. But the more one-on-ones you're doing, the more you can filter them to the next social proof night you're going to. If you have like every single night there's a social proof night if you're in our area, if there's not one in yours, you should probably make that happen if you want this to grow. So when you're doing your one-on-ones or your 2-on-ones, you tell them, if you like anything of what I share with you, I don't know why you wouldn't. You need to come to this next event, and it's on this night or this night. Bring them to that event. And normally, well, for example, Chad Curry, how many exposures did it take you to get started?
6.
So Chad's still not clear on how many exposures. He's just three-way calls. Another call by me, call by me, call by me, call by me. I was pretty persistent. Now we have a movie sitting in the room because I was persistent. Woo! Wayne Allen, he wanted to get started in the South Division right away, but he met Ryan Chamberlain. He met Nathan France like 3 times. He knew what he was doing before he even got started. I gave him a chance to succeed. I made the exposure process fun for Dwayne Allen. He loved being around those people. So if you're like going into this, you're expecting someone to get signed up for one-on-one, ask yourself, are you really serving your prospect even if they did sign up that one time? Logan, he saw this 3 times. He went from, I don't have any money, to going on the mental kit the next day. So it's all about keeping your calendar full and staying focused on your dreams. So example of staying focused is when you're in your car, what are you listening to? What are you listening to in your car? Because I've heard Lady Gaga a few times. I've heard getting drunk on a plane a few times. But now I'm hearing Jim Rohn, or I'm hearing Eric Worre. That's another thing. If you listen to GoPro, you're gonna learn something new every single time you listen to that. So if you've listened to 33 times like I have, you're probably going to learn a little bit more than every single time you listen to something like that. So what are you doing on your spare time? If you're like me, you're in your car a lot. What are you listening to? That's a huge thing. They say 15, 30 minutes of audio a day. I'm more like 6 hours. I'm going to do this. I'm focused on my dreams. When I was at my job at the lumber yard, stacking lumber, pretty boring. I was listening to Audible the entire day. I didn't have a plan to stay at my job for very long. So you're going back to how many calls you're making. It's called plan, do, review, guys. If you're not getting the 5 appointments that you know you need, that means you need to make more phone calls. Or if you don't have enough contacts in your list, like building your list, you need to add to that list. Or there's always somebody in your warm market you can add to your list, clearly, but you're also living your life walking around, like before I got serious, you're walking around thinking, I don't know anybody, but you walk by a lot of people that day you could have talked to this dude. So every single day, if you follow me around with the camera, I'm getting 5 to 10 contact infos every day. So does it make sense that 1 year from now, I'm going to have a little more than 1,000 on my list. It's probably going to be more like 5,000. So, it's cool being up here, guys. I'm telling you. Just 4 months from now, guys, if you did what I did, probably moved about 60 to 80 marbles. And I'm telling you this, my friends, I was sitting, you know, I was hard beat for getting to high school. My friends, some of them didn't make it through high school. They're doing stuff illegally to get money over there. My friends were not the friends yet who would be doing this up on stage, or they wouldn't be people up here because they just genuinely care about people. Like, I wasn't sitting next to people, so when people tell me I don't know anybody, I laugh at them because everyone on my team who's here right now, like, they know of me, or I knew of them, I've wrestled them, or I played football with them. I don't know them that well. Now I actually am the best friends because of this. So if it doesn't motivate you enough to, as far as getting checks, that doesn't motivate you, or if it's you're not motivated by Emily's place, or you're not motivated by this, but just know the person you're helping. Like, you're gonna find a guy making minimum wage who's 1 year from today. So I'm correcting that. It's my 12th month anniversary, the end of March. You're gonna find somebody like me 1 year from today. Their life is gonna be drastically different because you were brave enough to at least mention to them. I've had a lot of people who walked to the gas station and part of the whole movement who didn't share this with me. They'd probably, my life would have been a little different if they would have shared this with me. So I don't need my sponsor to do this. I don't need the person who birthed me into this business to do this. Yeah. I'm going to take it to the top, and I suggest you guys should follow me and do the same.
Yes! Yes!
Finish with this question. Stand up if you think you can freaking do this.
Yeah!
You guys can do the same.